Kat has said that if I don't stop making bird puns, then she's going to remove me from Facebook. Well, two can play at that game.
Hey! But if you have no Facebook, you'd have to resort to tweeting.
Oh, nailed it.
Back across the net.
Boom! We got a live one.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 20 of That's Class, your favourite podcast hosted by your three favourite class holes about things that they find class. As always, I am Duncan Malcolm and I am hosting this podcast this week with Cody Maverick himself, Ruaridh Kidd.
How's it?
And the official here on the pod, because he's officially given us a boner once again, it's Eddie Ashcroft, but no doubt not as much of a boner as he's got as Barcelona, FC Barcelona circle the drain financially.
Get in the bin.
What's happened
going,
to
guys?
Barcelona?
They're getting in the bin.
How's it going? Barcelona are going broke, as
Are
in
they really?
big
Oh,
style.
Very
yes.
broke, yeah.
Is this
Very
because they're all going in line with Messi and avoiding tax and things?
No, just they can't afford. So Messi's contract has expired. So I think Messi's contract's expired.
Yeah, he's a free
So-
agent. Still.
So technically, he can sign for anyone else right now. But the idea is, the general thinking is, I suppose he's staying at Barcelona, but
Yeah.
Barcelona can't actually sign him at the moment because it would the way salaries and money and the financial, it's all in La Liga, much in the same way the Premier League has. Is it financial fair play or
Financial fair play, yeah.
yeah? There's basically they don't have enough room in their budget to sign Lionel Messi and his wage.
Yeah, they have a salary cap like the NFL does or like the NBA does.
Yeah.
So very much, whilst financial fair play, okay, it's financial fair play for the
It's
Prem.
more-
We don't have a salary cap.
Yeah.
So
Is it the same as the championship?
Yeah, profit and
Of,
sustainability.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's a lot
found that
like
out.
that. Yeah,
I found that out last night,
oh, there you go.
which
lot
we'll
like
talk
that.
about
So-
later.
so yeah, they can't. They're having to offload a lot of players, which is excellent news for a lot of other clubs because they're snapping up some.
You snagged the cheeky wee left back today, did you
Snagged the
not?
cheeky wee left back,
Cheeky
Who have
left
Leeds got in left back now?
Junior Firpo, quality name.
Junior Firpo.
You know, with Junior in the name, it's going to end up well. Traditionally not a great start for a Leeds player, but fingers crossed.
What was the
Sadly
original
means
Junior?
there's been a couple really crap
Okay.
ones.
See your new keeper. Well, I mean, shall we just go straight into this now that we're on the subject of Leeds?
If you want.
Of course. Let's just go for
Let's
it.
dive straight
just jump
straight
right
in. On the subject of
Are we
Leeds,
another Leeds United podcast?
We might be another Leeds United podcast. Eddie famously not wearing a Leeds United merchandise tonight, though.
Yeah.
Changing
Oh,
the
well.
game.
But lead on, Rory.
Oh, no, he is.
Oh, he is! Oh, the plot twist!
Oh, his camera's at a different angle. I couldn't quite see the t-shirt. But anyway,
Pulled
I've
a
just
sneaky on you.
started watching Leeds United Take Us Home. Is that what it's called, Eddie?
Leeds United, take me home.
Take Me Home. And it was a documentary documenting Leeds basically changing ownership and management and basically trying to finally get back into the Premier League. And at the first episode, it showed you where Leeds had come from. And I had no idea. Obviously, I only really started to get into the Premier League when it became the Premier League. Like, I was too young, I assume, at that time in like 1995 or whatever, 1997, to really understand, like, my dad supports Man United, so I'll buy a Man United Sharp shirt or whatever. And then just going through that Leeds were like a top tier team and then suddenly just like fell through the rafters and into how far did they fall?
Gambled it all on Champions League football and it didn't happen. They ended up falling. We went down into the Championship. Then after a couple seasons, we got into the playoff final against Watford, got absolutely thumped 3-0 against Watford at the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff. I was there. Then after that, we just dropped down into League One. Then we had a couple seasons in League One, got up to a playoff final in League One against Doncaster, got beat at 1-0 by Doncaster at Wembley. It was terrible. And then eventually got back up into the Championship, and probably in the Championship since 2009.
Just struggling.
Yeah, just mid-table consistently. Yeah. Never challenged. Never again challenged for promotion at all.
Until the 2018-19 season.
Yeah, that was really our best. Yeah, so 2018-19 season, Marcelo Bielsa. That's 18-19?
Yeah, 18 and 19, that's where the documentary starts.
Yeah, so it starts with Bielsa coming in, and then goes from there.
It's a really good doco, because I've watched the Spurs one, and I watched the Man City one, and I watched the Sunderland Till I Die one, which was really sad because they just kept dropping.
Yeah, that was a great season to film.
That was really unfortunate. Yeah,
I know.
I think they were so convinced they would go back up because historically they're a big club, and they have a big ground and everything.
I remember them being in the
Coleman
Prem.
they had as well.
Probably.
And a good manager.
Is it the same sort of company that are doing all these documentaries? I guess it's maybe a different company, but it's a similar process. You're behind the scenes, you're meeting the players.
Yeah, they all tend to fall under Amazon, but it's different. I think it's different companies that are doing it. I know the one that did the Leeds United documentary, a Leeds-based media company.
And I realise I'm quite late to the party of the documentary, but it's quite nice knowing where it goes. And what's funny was when I was pitching it to Lucy, I was like, I watched episode 1. We should watch this documentary because it's really good. And I'm pretty sure this is the season when Leeds get promoted. and then as we got through all the episodes, I was like, oh no, maybe Leeds don't get promoted in this one. They're just throwing it away. And then they lose horrifically to Sad Frank, which now I realise why you hate Frank so much.
Because he's a massive Sorry for the C-bomb, but he's a massive
I'll drop in a couple of bleeps in there, I reckon.
Yeah. Did you see, seemingly the Derby team took a shit in the dressing room after they won and everything. They were just absolute... And then they went and got beat in the playoff final, so...
Yeah, by Villa,
up them. And then
they're still not up.
Well, they're circling the plug hole as well, so hey...
So
swings and roundabouts.
Did Grumpy Frank manage Derby and then Chelsea?
Yeah. So basically, at the end of that season, he went to Chelsea.
Yeah. So he failed to get to the Premier League,
so then got a job.
Went straight to Chelsea. Yeah.
I believe it's called failing upwards.
Yeah. And now he's been fired.
Good.
Great.
Trickle upwards football.
But what I love to see is, obviously, now that we know, I'm going into season 2 now, and now this will be the one where Leeds dominate. I think they finish on like 93 points or something.
Can't remember. 10 points clear, though.
And it's just also nice to see Calvin Phillips in that he was just written off at the start of the 2018 season, and now he's an England cap doing a really good job in the Euros. Him and Rice are solid.
Yeah. He's played the most minutes out of the England team, I think.
And he's ran the most as well.
Well, the way Leeds play, they do the most running, I think, of all of the Premier League. I think when you compare it to Europe as well, there's maybe 1 or 2 teams that run more.
The Bielsa Press, as it's called in Football Manager.
Yeah.
Is it actually called the Bielsa Press?
Yeah. You can download this. You can download a press that's called the Bielsa Press, and it's just everyone get the ball back.
Full on. Yeah.
But it's a really good documentary. I recommend it, Duncan, if you've not seen it. And even though you know the results, I always find it quite good to sort of just, you meet the players. Everyone in Leeds just seems so down to earth as well. No one's too big headed. Everyone's just kind of like, it's Leeds. The only one I don't like, if you've seen the documentary, is the dad with the 2 kids. He is so intense. I just want him to stop. He's like, because we're Leeds. Oh, isn't that right, boys? We're Leeds. And those boys are like, yeah, Dad, I don't give a fuck.
Kind of funny, though. 8. But, people are that passionate about it. It's ridiculous sometimes. But
yeah,
there are people. I'd like to believe he's not even acting up for the camera. He's pretty...
Oh, no, I genuinely think that's him as a person, yeah.
bunch of nutters for Leeds. But how much did you come to like Gianni Alioski?
Alioski. That's the
Blonde hair,
little,
number 10.
the wee one with the blonde hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a lovely little guy.
He's gone.
He's great. He's gone.
He's gone.
His contract expired.
Oh,
He didn't renew. So he's been off at he was at the Euros for Macedonia with Macedonia.
oh right.
So that was their first
But then good
first
news for you
major
guys as well
finals.
is you've officially signed Harrison back onto your team so that he's not
Yeah.
on loan anymore.
Yeah.
Because I noticed that
So-
on the fantasy football app, Harrison was now a Man City player, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. But
He'll
that was
change
the
again.
formality. I think when we first signed him, we signed him with an option to buy. And I think City have kind of actually just been nice enough to let us keep signing him and keep pushing that option to buy down the road. And they'll have made as much money as they needed to make on Harrison, but he was never going to make it in the City team. But
Imagine how
He's-
well you would have done to have Dan James in your team as well. And also, Dan
don't
James
know.
would have gotten so much more game time had he not played for Man United.
yeah, I'd say Dan James has lost out more than Leeds lost out.
That was such a sad episode. Like, he was 20 years old, I think, when it happened. And it
Yeah.
was just the owner in America didn't like the deal or something.
Just stop picking up the phone.
Oh, outrageous. I hate
Yeah.
that. Like, when you find out what actually happened between transfers, it's and then it's like someone's life. He's sitting there,
Yeah.
signed the contract, ready to go.
Yeah.
And then a week later, they played Swansea, and all the Leeds players is, he wants to be Leeds. He wants
yeah.
to be Leeds.
Yeah.
How awkward
But-
must that have been to play on that pitch?
It would be would it be awkward for him? Probably not. His teammates will know, but it'd be
Yeah.
pretty shit for all for the Swansea sort of owners to be going there. And
Yeah.
I don't know if it was on telly or not, but how much do you enjoy Russell Crowe narrating?
I love it. I didn't know he did it at the start, and it was like, Leeds United are in the best shape that they've ever been in 10
He's a massive
years.
Leeds fan.
And I was like, is he a massive Leeds
He's a
fan?
massive Leeds fan. That's why he's done it. Yeah.
That's
It's a bunch
so
of
good.
Aussies that are massive Leeds fans. It's very weird.
Australia's own.
Um,
Well,
they-
apparently all of Scandinavia are Leeds fans.
Well, yeah, I
as
was just going
well.
to say there's a massive following of Leeds fans in Scandinavia. Absolutely
I
massive.
mean, it's Swedish colours, isn't it? Yellow and blue,
Yeah, to a degree, yeah.
white and black, or navy. I don't know.
Sweden are yellow and blue, aren't they?
Yeah. So very, very good. I'm stoked to start season 2, and it's got me. It's got me more invested in Calvin Phillips and more of like England team and things like that. Speaking of the England team, we're recording this post semi-finals, so we
Currently-
do not know.
Got it pre-semi-finals. It'll be
Pre-semi-
Oh,
released
sorry, yeah,
post-final.
pre-semi-finals.
Currently, currently it's the first half of the Spain and Italy game.
Yeah, which is 0-0.
Oh, is it currently
Who's
on
going
right now?
through? On the spot, who's going through?
Italy.
Italy.
I think Spain might sneak through. I hope Spain
reckon?
sneak through because I think England will spank Spain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if-
you'll
if
do
Spain
better
get
against
through, yeah.
Spain.
I think Italy
But then-
are too like intense. You know,
But then
like,
Italy's like absolutely bombing left backs away home with a snapped cruciate ligament or something.
oh
like that.
really?
I believe the phrase I read was ruptured, which is just not a good word for any part of your body. Really.
Don't take that very well.
No.
A little bit sick in my mouth.
Yeah, that's not a good thing for anybody.
But you're happy,
Spinazzola,
Eddie,
which
as
is
our-
a great name.
What a name.
What a great name.
Spinazzola.
Spinazzola.
But you're happy as the official Englishman of the pod.
I'm happy.
You're a happy
Yeah.
boy.
I'll be sad if we get knocked out by Denmark. It's about
Yeah.
time Denmark got knocked out. In fairness, I've had a few people say to me they're quite evenly matched, but I just laugh because I just can't see how Denmark and England are evenly matched.
Oh,
Denmark have had a bit of a cakewalk to where they are right now.
mhm.
They
Yeah.
played Wales and Wales never turned up and
Yeah.
they were able to thump Wales 4-0 and then who did they have? Czech Republic who finished third in England's groups.
Yeah.
Yeah, dream on.
Yeah.
and- Sorry,
on.
Duncan, on you go.
All right, the Danes are when you read the Danes squad, I mean they've got, if you look, like match them up on paper, I mean I'd probably take Kasper Schmeichel over Jordan Pickford. on paper.
That is England's weak link, in my opinion.
On paper, but Pickford's been playing really well as a
Pickford in
though?
an
Did
England
you
shirt
see
is massively different to Pickford in
Yeah.
an Everton shirt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. On paper, you would pick Schmeichel, but so looking at them on paper, you're kind of like, I don't really know where Denmark have the up apart from they're all playing as a team. Like they're actually well rehearsed team. That's kind of.
But I think in England they're going to come up against an equally as well rehearsed team with a better quality of attacking player.
Yeah, their defense needs to be pretty spot on tomorrow, I reckon.
Well, not conceded a single goal all tournament.
True, but then again,
So
like I said, Pickford, in my opinion, is the weak link because he just seems so unpredictable. Like he'll be having a blinder and then the ball will come over and he'll try and kick it away and it'll just spin on the outside of his foot like he did last week. Like he ran out of his box and it was just, I feel like England played so well and there was just 4, maybe 5 occasions where Pickford just made me go, what the fuck are you doing?
But then there's other occasions where they're the Germans smacked a ball in and Pickford point blank save over the bar.
Yeah.
Like, a lot
But
of
that's
other
the thing,
keepers would be past him. But
that's what I mean about like unpredictability. Like he can be playing the game of his life and then make some sort of silly decision, like he switches off just for a split second.
I think he's still quite young for a keeper.
Yeah, he will be.
I don't think he's terribly
then,
old for.
Who am I to criticize? I'm just an unpaid watcher.
Yeah, that's kind of it, isn't it? No, I think England, Italy. I think, like Eddie says, I hope England get past Denmark.
How old's Jordan Pickford?
I want to say, since you've said that, 19.
No, he's 27, but
still,
he's younger than us.
Younger than us.
Younger than us.
Get out.
Old for a footballer.
No way, for a goalkeeper.
No?
He'll play until he's 40 something.
Shit. All right.
Oh, that's just.
Hey, you're wrong.
Whole career ahead of him.
Hey, you don't say that.
But they played probably. This is one of the things I hate about some of my Scottish friends being, for some reason, anti-English. And I tweeted last week how impressed I was at the England team. Like, it's the first time I've seen England play really, really well, play with confidence, and be like just so well oiled. They had an idea in mind, and they did it, and it came about. And you got Harry Kane, who's probably one of the best strikers in the world right now, stepping up and absolutely scoring goals for fun. And then I got a couple comments who were just like, well, I'm not sure how to take this. Or what are you doing supporting England? It's like, well, shut up. I'm supporting football. It was a really, really good display of football. I'm happy with that. Anyway, that's my rant over. I liked how they played.
Yeah, I can't be doing with this whole
anyone but England.
Anybody but, or like, I saw someone on Facebook go, I stand with Ukraine. It's like, well, you'll be standing in the line for the playing home, mate, because they got fucking absolutely battered. Yeah, I would rather England. I'd like England to get to the final. When it's at Wembley, I'm sure it'd be good. We like all those players individually as players. We all think they're quite talented, so it makes sense. I mean, England's bench is fucking
so
good. Well. That's why I want the Italians to get, because I think overall that will be a good game at Wembley.
Well, that's the thing now. It's home advantage all the way.
Yeah,
for England.
So I mean, you have to say that has probably helped a little bit.
Yeah,
it would have helped a lot in the Germany game.
Yeah, in the Germany game. So, but no, it'll be good. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. This is what, as they say in Fast and Loud, this is nut cutting time. So we'll find out.
And like you said, we're all invested in the players. It's not the fact that they're English players; it's the fact that we've been watching the Premier League for the last 8 years, however long we've had this fantasy league.
Yeah,
and I reckon that all of the England team are in the Premier League. I don't think any of them are.
Sancho is now.
Sancho is now, yeah.
Now they are,
no, Jude Bellingham.
Blinder.
Oh, and Jude Bellingham's at Dortmund, isn't he? Yeah.
Kieran Trippier, Atletico Madrid.
Is he still at Atletico, or was he let go? Was he on?
No, he's still at Atletico.
The majority of the England players are in the Premier League. I know all their names.
Wrong again.
That's quite amazing to think that. I mean, you usually think they're all from the Prem, but no. Yeah, actually, that's quite a good stat.
Where they're not from, though, is they're not from the future. And what is from the future is the new Amazon movie that has just come out featuring Chris Pratt. Who
It's from the
is not-
future, but you can watch it today.
Yeah.
Today, it's the
my
Tomorrow
God.
War.
The
Today.
Tomorrow War. Apparently, I read up a little quick IGN review of it. It's Chris Pratt finally not being Chris Pratt.
Chris
Or
Pratt
trying
finally not being Andy from Parks and Rec.
Yeah, not being the sort of lovable
Yeah.
idiot, but then when he gives you a cheeky smile, you forgive him.
Uh, is,
No.
I see Ryan Reynolds now just going, is it possible to learn this power?
You mean I'm allowed to evolve? As Ryan Reynolds' Pokemon trainer is just cancelling that evolve every level up. You must stay a Pikachu. So as the only one that has watched the Tomorrow War, it was all right. Enjoyed watching it. Pretty tense in parts.
Mm.
But
We know how much you like tension.
a lot. But it's, when you stop and think about it, it's a movie made by Amazon that's gone straight to Amazon, and it's not behind a paywall. Don't get your hopes up.
Yeah.
It's also a kind of a premise that's been, has it been done? Maybe not.
It has. It was done with
Tom
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, but it's different to that. It is different to that. Some of the stuff to do with the time travel, a lot of the time had me thinking, and I was like, really? But that's fucked up, and trying to understand how the time travel was working. But maybe I was just thinking about it too much.
Official time traveler of the pod, Duncan Malcolm, never agrees that time travel is a good way to make a movie. Isn't that right, Duncan?
That's not entirely. Yes and no. Like Terminator
With the
2
exception of
doesn't
Back to
really,
the Future.
I would say Back to the Future, Terminator 2 is another one. As soon as it gets
Hot Tub Time Machine.
hot, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So not necessarily. It's one of these things that can work, but as soon as it becomes like a proper crux of the story, as soon as you start exploring time travel like in depth, it starts to get out of hand.
Yeah.
So that's like that. The Snakes episode of Rick and Morty is a prime example of that, where they take. He's like, "This is why we don't deal in time travel, Morty." And it's just
that.
all going. The Snakes episode is when Morty goes. He gets told to stay in the car, and he leaves the car in. But they get a puncture in space somehow. Rick, leaves his. Well, Morty comes out the car. Rick's like, "Stay in the car." Morty gets out of the car, gets bitten by a snake in space, and then he's like, "Oh shit!" So he replaces the snake with a snake from Earth, and then steals the car, goes back to the snake planet and drops it off, but it's a snake from Earth, so it completely upsets the whole, like, their whole timeline.
The ecosystem.
Yeah, the ecosystem and the timeline, and then they find out where Earth is, and then they do a whole Terminator 2 parody, and it just starts to get out of hand, and eventually Rick has to do a plan where he meets himself from the future. Like I said, once you start explaining it, it gets out of hand.
Yeah.
You just have to watch it. And it's like the same one, they were doing one recently about with the new series. They're doing an episode with clones, with decoys. Once again, it's kind of like taking the mick out of Westworld and stuff like that.
Nice.
Did he not say like, don't fuck them?
Don't fuck with the clones. Don't fuck with the decoys.
He's literally, don't fuck them, Morty. You can't fuck them.
You can't fuck them. So stop thinking about it.
No, the time travel wasn't such a bigger part, I suppose, as you think. But just the way it was, I kept thinking they could be more clever with it. But maybe keeping it simple was not a bad idea. But no, it definitely felt like the whole film I was watching it, and there's obviously a supporting cast, but the whole film is just Chris Pratt.
Right.
Which is kind of a bit weird.
Yeah.
But it was all Chris Pratt. I think every scene it was Chris Pratt.
That's because they spent all their money on Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. But no, I think like we've said before, Friday night you just want to watch an easygoing film and enjoy it. Have at it.
What would you rate it as a hot garbage, fine, or class?
Fine.
That's good. Yeah, fine Friday night movie.
I wouldn't say hot garbage. Other people might, but yeah, my bar's a bit lower, so fine.
A movie that I would regard as hot garbage, Absolutely loving the segues
Which is
today.
the irony of this is that it's not hot at all. It's
No,
set in a
Hot
icy
Garbage
cold.
is the Ice Road. Have you guys seen this yet?
I
No.
have once again no, but I really want to watch it because I genuinely think it's going to be brilliantly terrible.
I will
and
urge you
rubbish.
never to watch it. Just don't. Don't click on it. It will. You'll sit there when it finishes and go, I don't have 2 hours left in my life now. I've wasted
damn.
2 hours watching Liam Neeson maybe have an American accent, and also without
Oh.
god, without any
Eddie's had
sort
an
of
idea.
plot or anything, or like a weird plot. And Eddie completely got it right. They had 3 trucks. They needed a
They only
certain
needed
amount of
one.
pipe.
They all have the same pipe on them, did they not?
Well,
I heard this.
one of them went into the ice road and died. So you're now down to 2 trucks. One of them
Understandable.
actually was like a backstabber and worked for the company that had hired the trucks.
Ooh, an assassin.
Yeah, but like it was to do with
Saboteur.
like an insurance claim or something. It was a weird plot device. And he like kidnapped Liam Neeson's brother, but he had all the rest of the pipe. And then Liam Neeson's like, you've stolen my brother. And his brother's like, he's got PTSD. He's like an ex army guy, so he's kind of not all there. But he's the guy that's really good at changing engines.
Ah, right, okay.
So then Liam Neeson goes to try and find that guy, and then he does, and then they save the miners. It's a really terrible movie.
There's children in it.
The miners, yeah. I mean, watch it if you want, but you know,
I think I probably will, but I maybe won't rush to watch it now.
you'll be sitting on your phone a lot. I sat on my
Oh,
phone.
yeah.
I remember pausing it and being like, Jesus, there's an hour left.
One
Oh
of
my
those.
God.
Where,
Oh my
where you
God, a
pause it to
2-hour
go to the
meme session?
toilet, thinking there's maybe only like 30 minutes left, and then you're like, "Oh, I'm only halfway."
You've
Oh,
been sitting there in pain trying to hold it in, being like, I'll wait till it's over. I basically
Bit
went
like-
up to pee and then didn't press play again. I just switched it off and watched something else.
Unforgivable.
See, I feel like the Ice Road could actually be. Once again, it's this premise that actually could be an interesting film, but
Yeah.
it just needs.
It was written very quickly.
Maybe it needs maybe it needs Nicolas Cage.
That would at least then you know what. At least then you know what you're getting.
Nicolas Cage and Angelina Jolie, and maybe just the Gone in 60 Seconds plot, but on the ice road.
Yeah,
That would be
something
so
like that. I mean, Fast and the Furious did it. They had a nice plot, not in the 8th one.
Stealing.
With this giant
I've
submarine.
got to steal 60 trucks in 60 seconds.
That's what I mean. I genuinely think it could be a good film. Although the thing is with Ice Road trucking is that obviously there's about 1 million seasons of Ice Road Truckers. Pretty much
Oh,
every plot
yeah.
you can think of.
Which
already been
genuinely
Sorry.
is more intense than this movie. If you want to watch Ice Road, watch Ice Road Truckers on Nat Geo.
done. I was going to say, I think there's a reason there hasn't been like a crab fishing movie or a.
Coming next, Deadliest Catch.
Without the crabs.
Deadliest Catch would be amazing if it was like, see, if they made the same company that made Ice Road made a movie called Deadliest Catch, like the net would pull up like a drug running submarine, and then the cartel would be in a boat, and they'd have to like go through the eye of a storm to get out. or
I feel
something like
another
that.
episode where we come up with a movie,
Come up with a movie.
I think
but
that's
we basically have to come up with an alternate Ice Road movie.
Alternative. Wait, is it still about ice roads?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we should
Ice
do-
Roads.
All right, okay.
Ice roads are the main sort of glue that holds the whole story together, and then it just goes like nuts from there. Cocaine bears, because it's near ice road. Cocaine bears can occur.
Cocaine polar bears.
Yeah, but the ice is melting, and they've got to save the cocaine polar bears.
Oh my god, you call it the
And
ice
they're all
road
like-
meltdown.
And they're all what is it? They've all got withdrawal on their little icebergs, just these polar bears, and you've got to get a bunch of hippies out there to save them, get them their methadone.
returning Nicolas Cage
Yeah,
as our lead man. And Mark Wahlberg.
Nicolas Cage with his blonde hair. 'Cause like brownie blonde hair when he played.
and Gone in 60 seconds.
Memphis.
Yeah, it was,
Memphis. Oh my
Memphis.
god, that's good.
And Angelina Jolie had these like really disgusting white dreadlocks.
Just
remember
hadn't
that.
washed her hair in a while.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
It sounds like it. I've already started typing.
So what I think we would have to segue into our Ice Road movie though, and we will discuss this, will be you'll just have that class scene where you got Nick Cage in his truck, hand over the seat next to him, hand on the wheel, looks back and goes, "Oh shit, it's a truck, there's no window." Then puts both hands on the wheel and looks at each wing mirror and it just starts going beep 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 beep. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Bum-bum-ba-da-bum-bum-ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Trailer time.
Welcome, everybody, to a podcast within a podcast, Trailer Time, where Eddie talks about the trailers that he is most excited for this week just past. How's it going, everyone? You ready for some trailers?
Trailers? I got a big old truck and I'm ready to back on up to some semi-trailers.
I'll kick it off, shall I?
First one
With
of the week.
a new Disney movie, and then also, I feel like it's been a while, a new Rock movie. Where's Dwayne Johnson been in a while? What was the last thing he did?
What was the last thing The Rock did? Is it Rampage? I'm not sure.
Come
Whoa.
on, Fast 9 just came out.
Skyscraper.
Was he in Fast
He's not
9?
in Fast 9.
What?
He's not in
Oh,
Fast
it would have
9.
been Hobbs and Shaw then, would it?
Because it might be Hobbs and Shaw, because him and Vin Diesel fell out, did they not?
Yeah, they
Did they
did.
actually?
Because Vin Diesel
Yeah.
was like, he gets too much.
Damn.
He gets too much screen time, or he gets too many fight scenes because he's a wrestler.
Well, everyone knows that Fast and Furious isn't just about one person, it's about family.
It's about
I knew
family. There's nothing stronger than family.
Have you seen those memes?
Currently, Reddit is just a cram
Full of them.
full of like Vin Diesel family memes.
Oh, they're everywhere.
It's
so
almost
good.
unscrollable.
The Rock, I think it's something else. Apparently, The Rock didn't like him because like he kept turning up late to the set, and The Rock seems apparently quite
Quite punctual. Likes to get up
quite
at
punctual. Yeah,
Likes to get
He
up
seems
at
like
4
quite a
a.m. and
hardworking
go to the
guy.
gym.
clanging and banging.
Did you know that he started
he posted a
from
photo of his back
$7
the
in
other
his
day, and it was
pocket?
fucking terrifying. Didn't know that. No, it wasn't his name of his production company or anything.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
Jungle Cruise is a movie based on a Disneyland or Disney World ride,
Right.
which is fairly.
You must have been on it, Rory.
I have been on it. I'm pretty sure I have. Hush has definitely been on it. That's for sure. And it's a fairly.
Where's our
average ride.
Disneyland correspondent?
Our Disneyland correspondent coming in, Andrew Hutchison. Andrew, come. What?
Oh,
So-
I see.
I have.
It's
Yep.
okay.
Andrew
Yeah,
now
it's all right.
says it was
Yeah,
fine.
it's
Yeah,
fine.
it was fine. It's good. Yep. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, thank you for that insight. That was very good. Yeah, the ride's pretty average. The movie looks like a Disney movie. It's kind of got that like Pirates of the Caribbean CGI action vibes to it. You see the Rock swinging on a rope at one point, and he's a heavy dude. So
Definitely feels very Indiana Jones. I think
yes,
one of the things that's kind of unbelievable. This sounds really stupid, but Pirates of the Caribbean crossed with Indiana Jones. One of the things that kind of is unbelievable is that I'm not sure in that time and place there was ever a man quite as jacked as The Rock is.
I know
Yeah.
he's
as
a little
riverboat
tugboat
captain
driver
in the jungle. Yeah,
The Rock in his
he
little boat.
probably can like generate more power from his legs than that engine probably could.
Yeah,
For me,
Ashcroft,
what I
that's
find
nice.
is that what you pointed out there is just how jacked and how big he is, and how unbelievable that would be for that time period. It's probably going to make it a bit unwatchable for me because I'm well known for like finding one minute thing unwatchable in a movie and therefore never watching it. So that's probably going to be the thing that breaks the movie for me. I'm probably never going to
That's
watch
true.
it and just base all my hatred on that one thing.
Also, when have you ever seen a captain
it's
look so
deep, it
jacked?
burns. I mean,
Captain Jack
it's just funny.
Sparrow.
Captain Jack
Oh.
Sparrow.
Yes. Booyah. Coming in
It is-
hot.
No, it does look good fun though. I'm quite excited for it because Emily Blunt's always good fun. She does good films.
She does do good films.
Jack Whitehall's in it as well, and the guy that was the weird kid from Breaking Bad, I'm pretty sure is in it as well. I can't remember his name.
Walter
is?
White's son.
No,
Badger.
the Was that his name?
The guy that plays Badger.
Oh, the drug dealers.
Maybe. Yeah. Try to see what else he's in.
Badger.
Well, Duncan
Where's Jungle
Strolls.
Cruise? Yeah, I'm
Any-
trying to find Jungle Cruise on IMDb. so
I
can
don't.
look it
Who's
up.
Jack Whitehall in it? Because that's
He's the brother,
brother.
to Emily Blunt. He's the brother to Emily Blunt's character, right? Which just makes me think of The Mummy and The Mummy Returns.
Oh yeah, and
as
they
well,
brought in the
'cause
brother.
they were brother and sister.
Good
Yeah.
movies. Man, what happened
Great
to
films, yeah.
what's his name? Brandon Fraser.
I
Is it
don't know
Jesse-
who you're
Brendan
talking
Fraser.
about.
Not sure.
Brendan
I think
Fraser.
it's Jesse Plemons is the person I'm thinking about. Yeah, that's him.
Well, it looks.
I need.
I wonder. I hope it comes onto Disney Plus as well.
It will be Premier Access for a bit, and then it'll
Yeah.
go
Oh yeah, it'll go.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
around Christmas.
Disney don't seem to really care about Pixar
that
because
weird
all the
guy.
Pixar movies have gone straight to Disney Plus. There's been no Premier Access, but then all the Disney stuff has gone Premier Access.
Yeah,
I just thought that was
I
quite
think that's pissed off a lot of people in Pixar. Apparently,
good. So should it be?
Wonder if that's like a COVID thing though.
I don't know.
Maybe kids
Could
aren't
be.
in the cinemas. Don't know.
But cinemas are opening up,
Yeah,
and
families
hopefully by the
as much.
time this pod comes out,
It's all about
won't be-
family.
oh no, maybe not as this pod comes out. I think we're close to not having to wear masks once again, which is quite nice.
you will be in England, in
Yeah.
Englandshire.
Oh, have you guys got a different rule up
Oh,
top?
big
We don't have a rule yet.
Big Nikki S ain't gonna drop that rule anytime soon. Eh?
Yes.
She'll
We'll
be keeping a
not
tight clamp
take
on Abdi's
gangster.
faces.
We're gonna keep our masks on because they do everything to protect you from COVID. Do they? Aye.
I think if you don't wear a mask, you're a fucking idiot. But there we go. It's still there. It's not gone. Moving on.
He's not giving in.
Yeah, I ain't no quitter. Moving on.
Yeah,
Beckett, which looks pretty badass.
it looks
in my
really
opinion.
good.
I'm
Yeah.
really into the guy, David John Washington.
Yeah,
Is that-
Denzel's
that is it?
son.
Denzel's son, yeah.
Oh, he's actually Denzel Washington's son. Oh wow, he's a
Yeah.
surprisingly good actor for being related to Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a bit of a burn. I love a bit of
God.
Denzel.
But I quite liked him. First I watched him was Ballers. So
Oh, is he in Ball?
quite
Oh,
liked
he
him
was
since
the
then.
running
He's-
back or something in Ballers,
Yeah.
wasn't he?
Yeah, he's the running back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
He was in a Black Klansman as well.
That's
Yeah.
where I
Funny.
first
Yeah.
saw him. He
So-
was really good in that.
I do quite enjoy him, and it does. It looks kind of looks like a bit of a. I want to say
Bit of a thriller.
psychological. Maybe it's psychological is the word, but yeah, but the total thriller, but a thinker, and yeah, but I didn't quite catch if it said it's based on a true story or not. I hope it's not because it looks.
I don't think it
mega,
is.
Mega
I don't think it
fucked up.
is. No.
I don't
think
it
it
was
is.
filmed
Said that in the
entirely in
trailer.
Greece, though.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, just the way the film was like panning out and the way it was filmed made it look like it might have been one of these ones where they're dramatizing a true story. Just have that kind of vibe to it. But yeah, looks good. I think I'll be watching that whenever it comes
looks
to Netflix.
very-
Yeah.
It looks very sort of, I'm not going to say Jason Bourne, but Jason Bourne-esque, where it's kind of the conspiracy starts to unravel sort
Yeah.
of thing. Loads of it. What I really liked was that I was looking at the IMDb page, and it's all set in Greece. And apart from John David Washington and Alicia Vikander, who obviously are brought in to kind of
Yeah.
as tourists, which you get away with, there's a lot of Greek people in it, which I think
Oh,
is brilliant.
cool. That's
So
really
your
good.
Greeks are actually played by Greeks, which
It's
is
good that the people, that movie
Authentic.
companies
So
are actually
authentic.
doing that now. Hire the
Well, that's
people
'cause
that are
Prince of
actually
Per-
from the
the
place.
actual Prince of Persia was Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Ouch. But
movie
yeah,
is
no,
out on
Beckett
Netflix
Beckett
4th
hits
of-
net.
Sorry, Zoom.
There's a massive delay on my audio. I start speaking. There's a massive delay for you, I think.
Silence.
So the movie comes out on August the 13th on Netflix.
Nice. There you go.
There we go. We got there eventually.
We got there eventually. Moving swiftly on. Beckett looks good. I'm going to watch it probably, hopefully, in cinemas. A movie I probably won't watch in cinemas. Space Jam 2.
Looks like a pile of hot garbage.
It does. I mean, the trailer, who added the trailer link? Was it you, Duncan?
That was a
I
weird
did.
trailer.
I searched by new trailers, and I was like, "What trailer? Also,
Right.
what trailers have we
It
not
was a
talked
weird
about?"
trailer because it was like a behind the
It
scenes
was
trailer
behind the
as well,
scenes,
and
but
it was
also
an
has
interview.
clips behind it.
Yeah, it was an interview with all the actresses and actors and things. It's not sold me, to be fair. I love the original Space Jam. It was a funny movie. It was a really good basketball movie, and Michael Jordan is the GOAT. I don't care what numbers say.
I think it. I like the. I think I'd like to watch it for the terms of the technical aspects, but I'm not watching it for LeBron James. I'm watching it for the Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Really, and I'm interested by that, and I'm looking forward to that. I curious about their kind of animation that they're going away from the traditional 2D into the digital, which I think would be interesting.
And the thing, the classic with the Looney
I
Tunes
also
is
don't
they
think
make
LeBron
it
James is
very meta, and they're like they know that they're now 3D rather than 2D.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. They're also using a lot of Warner Brothers properties as well, which I'm kind of convinced they're like Flintstones is in that bit of the trailer, and like Yogi Bear and all
And
that.
the Iron Giant.
I'm thinking if I'm not convinced. The other thing that really kind of made me disappointed was
Lola Bunny wasn't
Don
as thick as
Cheadle.
she should be. Sorry. Sorry. So I thought that's what you were going to say, Duncan.
They've ruined Lola Bunny. This is unacceptable.
My brother was drunk the other day and tweeting, not tweeting, he was texting our group chat about Space Jam 2, and he's like, my first love was Lola Bunny. I was attracted to her cartoon rabbit, and I'm not ashamed.
He should be.
He should be. Well done, Jimmy.
As the villain, right, and his crew are like the basketball players that he finds. They don't look as like I remember the Monstars.
Yeah,
I always thought they were like kind of they themselves were kind of good characters because they were like little aliens that got this like stole all the powers from.
Yeah, there was an actual
players.
Concept as to why there was going to be a basketball game.
Exactly, yeah. And I look back and I look now and the guys look like something that Don Cheadle's just probably analyzed as a computer. Has probably just analyzed the best players. And you're like, that's not as fun.
It's not as fun because the reason that they chose basketball was because the aliens were teeny tiny. And then the aliens had to research basketball and then went, oh, let's go and steal the talent from all the players, and they grew big. It's not like we need you to come in and play basketball in a computer, but I'm going to make basically the world's best basketball players.
Yeah, I'm not sure about it, but I'm interested from the a technical standpoint. It's always fun to watch.
CGI wise,
I
think it's huge, but story wise, I don't really care.
Yeah. I'm not really fussed. I'm not fussed for LeBron James. I wish he'd stop trying to be Michael Jordan and just be LeBron James.
True.
Maybe get somewhere.
Very good point. And he even said that when he was younger. He was like, I'm not like Michael Jordan, I'm LeBron James. Well, why are you just doing exactly the same thing?
Exactly.
Who was the basketball player that died in the helicopter crash recently? Am I confusing basketball players?
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe.
Oh, yeah.
Kobe.
Kobe. Every time I chuck something in
Ironically, Kobe Bryant probably would have made a better person to do Space Jam.
Yeah.
Space Jam 2.
But he's too cool. He's too good for that.
James.
He's too cool. He's dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
So coolly killed. He didn't.
Speaking of things that aren't dead, is the Kingsman franchise.
But things that are cool.
And also
cool.
The Kingsman franchise. I'm all in on this. When I watched this trailer, I was kind of surprised and then a bit sad, but then a bit, I don't care anymore. The fact that Eggsy isn't in it. Because it starts the trailer off like the first movie. And I was like, yeah, Eggsy's back. But then it goes into World War One with Voldemort and
Ralph.
Other people.
Rafe Fiennes.
What I couldn't tell from the trailer, is that the actual trailer? Is that more of another sort of behind the scenes speak to the actors
copied
thing?
it. It said it was a legacy sort of it said legacy trailer, and then I started it and I copied and pasted the link, and now as I was watching it just now I thought that's a behind the scenes again. But you can the actual trailer is kind of mixed and matched in there.
Yeah.
It looks
Do your
sick.
fucking research, Duncan.
Rafe,
come on, Duncan. Wise up.
But then the behind the scenes is good because it gives you an idea of what the film's about and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's meant to be a professional.
Gemma Arterton, that's it.
It looks good. I'm excited for World War One's a fun setting. Rasputin looks like the baddie. You've got all the gadgets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ray Fiennes is getting his James Bond moment.
Yeah, he's beating up some
kind of
Germans with an umbrella.
Bond-esque. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this more than watching another one with Eggsy, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think I just
thought it was
kind of
good.
liked the fact that he was this like
regular person.
regular London boy who had to dress up smart and become a secret agent. Rather
Kind of
than
makes it seem like you could be him one day.
yeah. Other than the fact that I think the first
Yeah.
scene you see him in, he does some sweet parkour to get away from some Neds.
Chaps,
He's also like
chaps,
super
sorry,
athletic.
Chavs,
Yeah.
sorry. But no, this looks
And
really,
it's
really
got
good.
It's got Digimon. Is he a Digimon? No, Gaston Honsu.
The guy from Blood Diamond.
Who yeah, I
Yes.
think the only reason I ever recognize his face is I've never even watched the film, but just the line. What's the line? Do the line, Bart.
Do you see a
Diamond?
diamond? And he like strips up
Where are
naked.
the diamonds?
Yeah. But he's also
Yeah,
the guy that
never
looks
watched
for
it, but-
Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Is
He
he?
is. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, is he the dude on the portal on the gate? No.
No. When at the very
That's-
first scene of Guardians, when he's stealing that orb, and he says, "I'm Star-Lord," and he goes, "Who?" And he's like, "Fucking Star-Lord, man, fucking outlaw." He doesn't say fucking so much, but
All right, kind of. When he dances in and picks it up, and then the bad
Yeah.
guys then come after him. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
remember.
but yeah,
Who's in
good
Gladiator?
cast, good setting. I like the fact that it's an origin of the Kingsman.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. When's it out? Have we got that up?
December 22nd.
Oh,
Christmas movie.
Christmas?
A Christmas movie.
Disgusting.
Who's going to go to the movies
I
at
know.
Christmas time?
Yeah.
Everyone, because
COVID.
no one wants to be with their families. It's not like we've been away from them for the whole 2 years.
I think it was supposed to be out. Obviously, it's probably one of these ones that was supposed to be out last year. And
Yeah,
Was it?
here we are.
much like
Alright.
Black Widow, which is
Sure
coming
it
out
was.
this week, I think, or next week. And
No way.
we were meant to have seen it way before WandaVision.
Is it? Is it actually coming out now?
Yeah.
It's
They
in
decided to
cinemas and
actually go
Disney
with it.
Plus.
Ooh.
Mm.
But
Mm.
will you have to pay extra, like
Yeah, you have to pay 20 quid. or
on top
something
of
for
your
that.
Disney
subscription
Plus.
to Disney
I-
Plus?
If you have to pay for it on Disney
No.
Plus, I'm going to go to the cinema and pay for it for like £8.
And
Yeah,
then
that's
cancel
pretty
your
much
Disney
it.
Plus subscription in solidarity. No?
No,
No.
nah.
No, okay.
No, because I can't watch all the other fun stuff
Yeah.
that I actually want to watch on Disney Plus.
New episode of Loki next week.
Like DuckTales.
Cool beans.
Anyway, shall we
Need
end
to
it
catch
there,
up on
boys?
that. So much to catch up on. I think so. Gotta go catch up on this telly and we'll see what the football's doing.
Yeah.
Oh
so
yeah.
the football's
Live
doing
update on the football
currently
score.
50 minutes in,
0-0
59 minutes
in-
in, 0-0.
It's been good. Eddie could be right here.
This podcast goes up
Apparently
on the
Spain has
Monday.
had some of
Football
the-
Will it
knowledge.
be Spain, England? Will it be Italy, England? Will it be Spain, Denmark? Italy,
Well,
Denmark.
By the
We
time this
don't
podcast
know.
goes out, we'll know who have won.
Yeah, but,
Yeah,
So,
well,
but right now we don't know. When's
True.
the final?
Sunday night.
Something like
Oh, sweet. Nice one.
So we will know who's won. So basically, after the next podcast after this one, I'm either going to be really sad. I'm either not going to be on it, or I'm going to be on it really happy.
We'll see if we can get someone else on for you in replacement.
Yeah,
Nice one. Well,
maybe. Yeah,
that'll do it for this week. If you guys want to contribute to the topics that we've talked about, you can find us on all the socials by searching for That's Class Pod. Let us know what you find class, and we will probably put it in a future episode. You can also catch our faces on YouTube the following Wednesday, and you can put faces to the voices and listen to this all again, but in visual form. And if you leave us a like and a comment and subscribe to the YouTube channel, that would be super. The biggest thing you can do to help out the podcast is also just share it with your friends. If you think they'll hate it, lie to them. Just straight up lie and say you should listen to this podcast. It's amazing. We like seeing listeners go up, and they keep going up, which is really, really nice. So thank you very much for tuning in and listening. Big thanks also Stuart Hosking again for the intro music, and a thank you for me for listening. Have a super, super day. Say goodbye, Duncan.
Goodbye, Duncan.
And as Ezzy says, as Eddie says at the end of every
Easy for you
episode
to
of
say.
That's Class.
Everyone seems to know the score. They've seen it all before. They're just sure. They just know that England's gonna throw it away, gonna blow it away. But I know they can play, 'cause I remember 3 lines on a shirt. Jules Rimet still gleaming. 30 years of hurt. 52. Never stop me dreaming.
52.
It's not 52, is it? It's 55.
Cool. Goodbye, everyone.
Amazing. Goodbye, everyone.